What's going on, you guys? It's Randy with Full Throttle Obsessions. Today we're going to be installing some aluminum drive cup reinforcement rings. They're by GPM. They're made out of 7075 aluminum. And what it does, it slides over the drive cup to reinforce it from splitting and doing any damage to the drive cup. So it's supposed to make it quite a bit stronger. I'll go ahead and take one out of the package here. Here's the aluminum ring itself. It slides over the drive cup to reinforce it to keep it from splitting with the extra load. The reason why we're going to go ahead and reinforce the drive cups is because the bigger tires and wheels that we did put on my X-MAXX. We went with the new X-Monster tires and wheels. So they're a little taller and quite a bit wider than the stock tires that came on this X-MAXX. So we'll be installing these just to reinforce the drive cups a bit and to make sure everything is really strong for the extra grip we're going to get with these tires. Now, one thing I wasn't too keen on these ones, they don't have a center locking screw to kind of lock them in place. Normally on something like this, I'd put a little black silicone just to kind of hold them in place. But I don't have any black silicone on hand. And I remember seeing a video a while back, I think it was Kevin Talabot, that actually used some blue Loctite. So what we're going to do when we put these on, we're going to put some blue Loctite right on in the inside there, just to kind of hold them in place. And of course, if it works, we'll definitely leave the Loctite. If it's a little too loose, don't lock it tight enough, we'll be picking up some black silicone and putting in there, but I'm fairly sure this should hold it. But we will definitely find out soon enough. Now for this, it should be a fairly simple and straightforward install. You'll only need a few tools. You'll need an extra Allen if you do have the MT tires and you're running the center caps. We already went ahead and took off the caps just because it's 3 extra screws per hub to get these caps off. That needs a 2.5 Allen wrench to go ahead and get these off. Now if you don't have those, the only tools you're really going to need is your 17mm Traxxas wheel nut wrench, a 2mm Allen wrench, some pliers to slide the pin out, and some Loctite or some black silicone to lock those center reinforcement rings in place. If you guys are looking for a good complete toolkit, I picked this one up a couple months ago and been more than happy with it. It has a whole bunch of different size Allen wrenches, as well as nut drivers and also screwdrivers. It has a screw tray. It came with a little RC stand, which is only good for, I would say, about 1 in 10 scale RCs and lower. This kit also comes with extra screws, clips, and everything you pretty much need out on the track in case you lose a screw or some wheel nuts or something along those lines. It does not come with the 17mm Traxxas wheel nuts, nor does it come with the 17mm wrench that you need to take off the X-MAXX tires and wheels, as well as XRT and whatever wheel nuts Traxxas uses in the 17mm form. But it's no worries. I always just keep the one that I got from Traxxas. I'm going to pick up a little better one. I'm going to find an aluminum one of these. I just keep this in that toolkit. That kit also comes with a little stand for the tools, which really comes in handy because if you're only using a couple sizes, you could keep those in that stand while you're wrenching on your RC, and it just helps so you don't mix them with the other tools and you're constantly going through the tools to find the right size. You'll just happen to have the ones that you're using on the stand, so you don't have to worry about that. And I already lost track, so you're going to need a 2.5mm Allen to get those center caps off if you're running these wheels, a 2mm Allen to get the set screw out for the pin for the lower control arm, and then also some pliers to get that, to slide that pin the rest of the way out. If you guys are interested in that toolkit or the GPM reinforcement rings, as well as a couple other picks, there's some better ones out there that I'll go ahead and link in the description as well, or the reinforcement rings, I'll go ahead and put those links down in the description below. And I'll also put a couple links of some better picks out there if you want to go with a heavy duty drive cup or some reinforcement rings that have the center locking screw. I'll go ahead and link those down there as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is take off the tire and wheel. Go ahead and get that loosened up here. Set that to the side. Now we're going to get our 2mm Allen wrench. We'll go ahead and take out this set screw here. Alright, what I like about this little stand here, it also has a little tray for your tiny screws so they don't roll around on you. Now, we'll go ahead and push this pin out from the back. There we go. Just enough where we could grab it with the pliers here. There we go. Just kind of set that in there so don't roll on us. Now we're just going to slide this up and we're able to get that out just enough. Gonna put it right there. Now I'm just gonna wipe the dust off the drive cup so that Loctite can kind of stick to it to hold those cups in place. That wiped off. Oh yeah, you can see all the dust and grime. You definitely don't want that on there for the Loctite. You want to make sure it sticks to that surface really well. Go ahead and show you guys there. We went ahead and put Loctite in the center of that reinforcement ring. We were quite generous with it. You probably don't have to use that much, but I'd rather have a little more than not enough because we could always wipe off the excess once we put it on the drive cup. Now, one of the things you do want to note, you want to make sure the slots are lined up with the slots in the drive cup. That way the shaft can kind of slide in there without binding against it. Let's go ahead and line these up and get the slit in place. There we go, and it lines up and fits quite snug. So we'll go ahead and wipe off this excess Loctite here. Alright, once you got the reinforcement cup in place, we'll go ahead and pick this side of the arm up here. Line up the slots for the drive shaft. There we go. Nice. Take this lower control arm pin and we'll slide it back in place. There we go. We'll get the little Allen screw to secure it in place. Put on the Allen wrench there. Alright, now we just got the other three to go ahead and secure in place. The fastest way I know to do it is, boom, we got the other three on. We'll kind of go ahead and turn it on here for you guys to kind of see the front. We put the center caps on as well. Now the rear was a little worse than the front. They're pretty indented and pretty burred. I didn't knock the burrs off because we're probably going to go some hardened steel drive caps for the rear. And we'll pick up a set of the front as well, but we won't put the front on just yet. Just because they do got quite a bit of life left in them. We'll give you guys a little closer look of the reinforcement rings there. Now those should reinforce the factory drive cups quite a bit. So we should be pretty good for a while. Now because the rear drive cups were a little more worse for wear, we didn't bother to clean them up too much. We just went ahead and put the reinforcement rings on just to kind of strengthen it up a little bit so we could get a little more use out of them. And then we also went ahead and added a little more blue Loctite to the wheel nuts just to make sure they held on pretty good. It's just a little extra task to take out the 3 Allen screws on each wheel. So there's 12 total, so we want to make sure those stay nice and tight. But if they do come loose and come off, they're going to get trapped in this little hub here, which is one of the nicer things about these hubs. Now we only have one more thing to do before we take this thing on its first run. We're going to install the factory 54 tooth spur gear and give it its first run. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you guys are notified every time we drop a new video. But until next time, thank you.